Hey NFL fans, before we dive into today's hottest stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. From NFL News Now, the atmosphere around the Eagles organization has been absolutely electric lately, and you could practically feel the tension sizzling through the air in every hallway of their facilities. Every conversation behind closed doors, and even in the whispers on social media that seem to multiply by the hour. Sources close to the team suggest that Jalen Hurts, the player who has become the face of the franchise, is reportedly in the middle of a dramatic standoff that could redefine the landscape of the team's future. Rumors are circulating that Hurts, frustrated and feeling cornered by decisions made at the top levels of management, has allegedly made a bold statement that has left executives scrambling. Lawyers consulting and agents pacing the floors. "If he comes, I'm out," he supposedly declared. A line that has already sparked endless debates among insiders, pundits, and fans alike. The context behind this explosive remark remains murky, but the sources hint at an intricate web of rivalries, negotiations, and perceived slights that have quietly festered for months. Observers close to the situation say that even casual comments from Hurts in press interactions carry a weight now, as every word seems to be parsed for hidden meaning, sending ripple effects through locker rooms and boardrooms alike, creating a charged environment that feels like it could ignite at any moment. Beyond the explosive statement itself, the broader implications for the Eagles are impossible to ignore, and industry insiders are already dissecting what such a declaration could mean for the franchise's stability, strategy, and morale. Analysts are suggesting that a potential departure of Jalen Hurts under these circumstances could trigger a domino effect that reaches far beyond the field, affecting draft plans, salary cap management, and even the public image of the team. The rumor mill, of course, is working overtime, speculating whether this tension is purely a personality clash, a contractual disagreement, or a mix of both. Some insiders hint that Hurts may be feeling underappreciated, particularly if he perceives that the organization is entertaining the possibility of bringing in another high-profile figure that could challenge his role or status within the team. Fans are divided, with some expressing unwavering support for Hurts, echoing the sentiment that no superstar should be forced to endure a locker room that feels unstable, while others are captivated by the drama itself, tracking every tweet, every media snippet, every movement in and out of the facility. The combination of uncertainty and high stakes has created a pressure cooker environment, leaving the Eagles' leadership visibly on edge, reportedly holding emergency meetings and seeking to contain what many fear could escalate into a public confrontation. Adding another layer to the story is the interplay between Hurts' personal ambitions and the team's organizational philosophy, which sources describe as increasingly at odds in recent months. There are whispers that Hurts is pushing for guarantees and assurances that go beyond the typical parameters of a player contract, and that his expectations are being met with cautious skepticism by executives wary of setting a precedent. The conflict is described not merely as financial or strategic but deeply personal, with Hurts allegedly feeling that his dedication and on-field achievements have not been reciprocated with the level of loyalty or support he expected from the franchise. Behind closed doors, conversations are reportedly heated, with aides and intermediaries attempting to mediate. But even these discussions are tinged with tension as the stakes are magnified by public attention. Meanwhile, the rumor network suggests that locker room dynamics may be shifting subtly, with players choosing sides, advisors quietly offering counsel, and fans speculating endlessly on social media about alliances and potential fallout. Every public appearance Hurts makes is now scrutinized, with casual remarks and body language analyzed for hidden meaning. And insiders note that even a single misinterpreted phrase could escalate tensions further. The narrative, whether fully accurate or exaggerated, paints a picture of a team at a crossroads, with the possibility of a dramatic rupture looming on the horizon. As every stakeholder weighs the potential consequences of this high-profile standoff, complicating matters further. Industry insiders are suggesting that the potential arrival of another marquee player, which is rumored to be at the center of Hurts' ultimatum, could dramatically alter the balance of power within the Eagles organization. The mere speculation that such a move is under consideration has reportedly sent shockwaves through management, prompting multiple contingency plans to be drafted in secret. Sources close to the locker room claim that Hurts' teammates are aware of the tension, and while they publicly project professionalism, privately there is concern, curiosity, And in some cases, anxiety about what this could mean for the cohesion of the squad. The rumor mill is rife with theories. Some say Hurts is leveraging his position to secure long-term stability. Others argue that he is attempting to protect his leadership role. And a few speculate that the conflict is largely performative, a calculated maneuver designed to influence negotiations. Either way, insiders agree that the ripple effects are palpable, influencing decisions at all levels of the organization and prompting strategic recalibrations. Even casual observers of the NFL are now tracking the situation, aware that the outcome of this standoff could have ramifications far beyond Philadelphia, potentially impacting league narratives, player movements, and the broader perception of team loyalty and leadership. The media frenzy surrounding this story has been nothing short of spectacular, with sports networks, podcasts, and social platforms dissecting every known detail, while spinning countless theories about the underlying causes. According to sources, executives have been unusually tight-lipped, a move that only fuels speculation, while anonymous voices hint at internal chaos and debates that extend well beyond football decisions. Analysts point out that this situation represents a unique intersection of talent, personality, and organizational politics, creating a volatile mixture that is difficult to manage. Rumors suggest that Hurts' position as the franchise cornerstone is simultaneously unassailable and under threat, a paradox that creates tension both in public perception and in internal decision-making. Fans have taken sides, with passionate support for Hurts colliding with curiosity about potential changes that could reshape the team's identity. Even industry veterans are reportedly watching closely, acknowledging that the unfolding drama is as much about human dynamics as it is about professional sports, and that how it is handled could set precedents for player-team relationships in the future. The entire saga has created an aura of anticipation, speculation, and suspense that keeps the Eagles' name trending in ways rarely seen outside of championship contention or major scandals. Finally, the undercurrent of anxiety surrounding the situation is compounded by the rapid spread of unverified information. With every rumor and insider leak gaining traction almost immediately, sources indicate that even minor hints of tension, such as a brief exchange in the locker room or an ambiguous social media post, are magnified into full-blown narratives that the public consumes voraciously. The combination of secrecy, high stakes, and media amplification creates a feedback loop that fuels both the drama and the uncertainty, making it increasingly difficult to discern fact from speculation. Behind the scenes, executives are reportedly attempting to craft messaging strategies, prepare for potential fallout, and maintain player focus, all while navigating a delicate balance between transparency and discretion. The situation is described as a powder keg, with insiders warning that a single misstep could escalate tensions into a full-blown crisis, potentially reshaping the future of the franchise in profound ways. As the story develops, every stakeholder from front office to players, agents, and fans is bracing for potential shockwaves, aware that the repercussions of this standoff could reverberate for seasons to come, all hanging on the decisions and reactions of a few key individuals in a high-pressure environment. The ongoing tension surrounding Jalen Hurts and the Eagles organization has reportedly intensified behind the scenes, creating an atmosphere that insiders describe as almost surreal. A mix of anticipation, anxiety, and raw emotion that seems to permeate every corner of the team's operations. Sources close to the locker room claim that players are feeling the pressure acutely, with whispers of divided loyalties, subtle alliances forming, and quiet conversations that seem to carry the weight of major decisions yet to come. The organization's leadership is allegedly working tirelessly to manage perceptions, to control narratives, and to prevent a situation that insiders fear could spiral into an uncontrollable public spectacle. Rumors suggest that the urgency is amplified by the potential arrival of another star player, the kind of acquisition that could shift team dynamics drastically and threaten Hurts' central role. Analysts are noting that even casual interactions between Hurts and management are being closely monitored, interpreted as subtle signals about his intentions and mindset. Fans are following every development with almost obsessive intensity, dissecting quotes, analyzing body language, and speculating on social media about the possible outcomes. Every day seems to bring a new leak, a new insider tip, or a new interpretation, fueling the narrative of a franchise at a crossroads, where decisions made in the shadows could have monumental consequences for the future of both the team and its cornerstone quarterback. Keep watching as we analyze more details about some rumors. Adding to the complexity, sources indicate that Jalen Hurts' alleged ultimatum has sparked a flurry of contingency planning at the executive level, with multiple scenarios being evaluated in secret. From restructuring contracts to exploring potential trades or acquisitions, insiders describe a sense of urgency, a recognition that the stakes are exceptionally high and that any misstep could provoke an irreversible chain reaction, both on the field and in public perception. The rumor network suggests that Hurts' influence in the locker room is now both an asset and a source of tension, as teammates navigate the delicate balance between loyalty to a leading figure and the uncertainty surrounding organizational decisions. Observers note that this situation is emblematic of the challenges faced by modern sports franchises, where superstar athletes wield unprecedented influence and where decisions are scrutinized instantly by a global audience. Analysts speculate that the psychological dimension of the conflict is as important as the strategic one, with Hurts' motivations potentially shaped by a mixture of personal ambition, perceived loyalty deficits, and the desire to assert his value in a high-stakes professional environment. This combination of factors is reported to have created a charged atmosphere in Philadelphia, with energy in meetings, practices, and informal gatherings described as electric and at times unpredictable. Adding a layer of suspense to every development, the tension also reportedly extends to the front office, where executives are said to be grappling with the challenge of balancing player satisfaction with long-term strategic goals, all while maintaining the franchise's public image and competitive trajectory. Sources describe leadership meetings filled with vigorous debate, with differing opinions on how best to address Hurts' apparent frustrations without igniting a media firestorm or creating internal dissent. The rumor mill suggests that the stakes are not just about personnel decisions, but about signaling to current and future players, fans, and the league that the Eagles can manage even the most high-profile conflicts with discretion and effectiveness. Industry insiders speculate that Hurts' ultimatum could be leveraged as a negotiating tool, a means of securing assurances about his role, his compensation, or the team's broader vision. Meanwhile, social media commentary has reached a fever pitch, with fan theories ranging from highly detailed analysis of potential trade scenarios to speculation about locker room morale and leadership dynamics. The intensity of public scrutiny reportedly adds additional pressure on the organization, forcing decision-makers to weigh every word, every action, and every report with extraordinary care. According to sources, even minor developments are treated as signals, intensifying the perception that the franchise is navigating a volatile situation where the margin for error is virtually non-existent. Meanwhile, sources suggest that the locker room atmosphere is both energized and anxious, with players reportedly aware that they are witnessing a defining moment in the organization's history. Observers describe subtle shifts in behavior, from changes in communication patterns to unspoken hierarchies that are now being renegotiated under the weight of Hurts' stance. Analysts speculate that the psychological impact of such a standoff could influence performance, preparation, and team cohesion in ways that are difficult to quantify, yet impossible to ignore. The rumor networks indicate that even ancillary staff, from trainers to support personnel, are feeling the ripple effects, caught in a web of tension and speculation that extends far beyond the field. Some insiders suggest that Hurts' statement, whether interpreted as strategic, emotional, or performative, has catalyzed a re-examination of leadership principles, team values, and communication norms within the organization. The public, meanwhile, is consuming every fragment of information, creating an echo chamber that amplifies every rumor, every anonymous tip, and every perceived sign of discord. Analysts argue that the combination of high stakes, intense scrutiny, and human emotion makes this one of the most fascinating, unpredictable, and potentially transformative narratives in the NFL landscape at this time, with consequences that could shape the franchise for years to come. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow NFL fans. Stay tuned for more updates, only here on NFL News Now.